this video, I am going to show you guys how I do my braids underneath my wigs. I decided, you know what, since I'm going to be rocking a wig today, why not record myself braiding my hair? So, right now it's in a ponytail. I washed it yesterday, so I just blow dried it. Well, I blow dried it for maybe about 5 or 10 minutes, and then I just let it air dry the rest of the time. That's usually how I like to do it. Most of the time, whenever I know I'm just finna put braids in it, I don't go through all that long process of trying to blow dry my hair straight and all that kind of stuff. No. So what I usually do is, because I have wigs that has a middle part, side part, or sometimes if I have a free part wig that I want to just, or my frontal wigs that I make, if I want to just part it anywhere, I usually know where I want my part to be. So I'll usually start with a middle part in my own hair. So I'll just take my hair and I will part a middle part right down the center. Okay, and I do this because when I do the braids right here, I want to be able to, whenever I put my wig on, I want to be able to part it anywhere, and for it to have that natural part, I have to do it like this. So, and I'll show y'all as I go and explain to y'all what I'm doing. So, yeah. So I told y'all I'm finna put more videos up. Y'all finna be seeing a lot of me. So make sure, if while I'm in this routine or this binge video making, let me know what y'all want to see, and so I can get those up. So I have my hair parted, and at this point in the back, I'm really not caring as much on really what this looks like. As long as I have from here to here parted straight, I don't give a dang what the back part looks like. So there I have it. I always wear my parts on this side. So that's how I can start braiding on this side, just all the way back. And then when I get on this side, I'm going to show y'all how I do my braids on that side, because when I put my part over here on my wigs or my frontals, I want it to look natural no matter where I put my part at over here. So I'll show y'all that. And it's also a guide for me to know, like, you know how sometimes you put on a wig and you forget where you put your part at the last time? This helps me to where I can pretty much know where I put my part because of where my braids are. I'll remember where I put my part at. So these two braids right here, I need to be not very small, but just like average small. You know, just like a... And like I said, when I get to the back here, I don't care how it's parted because it's not important. Okay? Okay. So, we'll start right here. I can't zoom it in too far, otherwise I'll have to raise my chair up. So I split this part in 3 sections like that. Okay? I'm just zooming in enough to where y'all can see me splitting this part in 3 sections, okay? So if you know how to braid, this video is going to be easy for you. If you don't know how to braid, just let me know and I'll put up a tutorial of me showing how to braid. But for right now, these are for my girls that know how to braid. I'm sorry people who don't, but maybe I'll put up a video soon. So what you do is you try to braid this part right here. I usually, like, it's a natural habit for me to just count to 5 whenever I'm first starting off with those 3 sections, and I'll just, let me show y'all what I mean. I'll take these 3 sections and I'll count to 5. And then I'll start adding hair to it. And that just kind of helps keep this hair from sliding out, because I usually don't like to slide that hair out. I usually, only thing I want to be able to slide out is my baby hairs like that. the whole point of me wearing wigs is a protective style. So if I have to pull that much hair out, then I'm not protecting my hair. So let me just do this. Okay, and I just braid it all the way down to the end like that. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and finish this side of my hair braiding it back, and then I'm gonna come back on and record and start this side, and then I'm gonna show y'all what I do different over there. Okay, so I'm done. This is how I usually do it. It will look different every once in a while, but the same concept applies every time I'm wearing this underneath my frontal wigs or just my beauty supply wigs. But what I usually do is I'll do, depending on what the wig is, I'll usually do 3 braids going to the back right here. But the wig I have, it looks so natural that I didn't have to do that to it. And then I'll usually have a braid starting back here going back. And then I'll have a braid right here going over, because some of the wigs, the combs come at an angle. And a lot of the times when all of my braids are going to the back, that comb, I have to find a way to kind of stick the comb in my braid. But I learned that if I do braids going like that, I can easily set the combs in there. And it fits perfect for me. So this is how I do it, just like this. So what I'm going to do on this side, I'm going to do a braid right here going back, okay? And over here it's going to kind of be like this, except I'm going to put 1 braid going back, and then I usually have my parts like this on my wigs. Like my parts will usually be like this, okay? So what I'm going to do is, after I have the braid going like this, I'm going to part my braids in a shape like this and braid it going to the back. Just this 1 braid. And then I'm going to have this braid going to the side just like that one is. So that's why I told y'all I'll do this side a little different. And y'all see when I get done braiding what I mean by that. My hair is all braided now. And this is the braid pattern. I know it kind of looks the same on both sides, but it's not. As you can see, this part is down here. This part is a lot higher, because sometimes I'll have my swoops go from over here, or sometimes I'll have them go right here. And then on the side, as you can see, let me see if I can turn. This is how I have the sides. Okay, I'm going to try to turn around to the back. The back is definitely like out of whack and out of order. And what I mean by out of whack and out of order, meaning my parts are all over the place. Okay, but that's okay, because when you have a wig on, how many people can see your braids underneath? Not one. Depending on what your wig look like. So I'm going to go ahead and turn around, okay, and I'm going to start sewing. And I always just, this piece right here, I flip it over like that, okay. Okay, the longer the thread that you work with, the harder it's going to be, the more mistakes and the more times you're at risk of getting a knot in the thread before you even get finished with it. So I'm gonna have to be very careful, but I'm gonna kind of slow down a small part in this video, and then I'm gonna speed up the rest, because just for the sake of time. Okay, so gonna hold this up, and the first thing I'm gonna sew is this piece right here, because I want to be able to not have to hold this the whole time and it flop down. I want to be able to have this held up here. So first I'm going to take the needle and put it through my braid like that, okay? And then, no, let me go up a little higher. And then I'm going to take it, and the reason why I have this rubber band on here is because that's what's going to stop it from going anywhere. I'm going to take the needle and push it right underneath the rubber band, okay? And I'm going to pull the thread all the way through. And then to secure that, you're gonna open up the thread on the other end and just push the needle through. Just like that. Okay, so now it's not going nowhere. Okay, so now I'm just gonna keep sewing in this area here. And I'm going to repeat the same thing. I'm going to now open the thread that I just folded and put the needle through that. And I'm not going to do that each time. I'm just doing it to secure this piece up here so that I can start sewing all the other pieces down. So same thing I'm going to do here. And it doesn't have to be perfect. If you go through a few braids at a time, you're okay. And you see again, I'm looping it through.